Sometimes hope appears in the most unexpected moments. Today's story is about loyalty, survival, and a small puppy who refused to leave. This afternoon, a small puppy stood in the middle of a quiet road, barking desperately at passing cars. One driver simply yelled and drove away, but then a kind stranger noticed the little dog. Covered in mud and exhausted, the puppy led the way into the fields, stopping every few steps to make sure they followed. They reached a patch of deep mud, and there, something caught the stranger's attention. What happened next changed everything. Stay with us to see the power of a bond that never breaks. Thank you for watching. Trapped in the thick mud was a mother dog, struggling as it slowly pulled her down. Her breathing was heavy and exhaustion was clearly taking over. The puppy stayed close, whining softly, refusing to leave her side. "Oh no!" the stranger whispered, immediately dialing for help. "Emergency, there's a dog sinking in the mud." "Please hurry, she doesn't have much time." "Hold on, help is coming soon," they said gently. Soon the animal rescue team arrived. They moved quickly. "Let's try with a rope," one rescuer suggested. "Stop! You're hurting her!" the stranger shouted as the mud shifted. "Plan C," the leader said firmly. "Secure the cable to the vehicle." They worked with precision, pulling her to safety. Love had won. The puppy continued barking, refusing to step away, while the rescue team moved with careful coordination. Every step had to be precise. The mud was unstable, and one wrong movement could make the situation worse. At first, nothing happened. The mud held tightly, but then, slowly, the surface began to shift. With another careful pull, she broke free. The team quickly lifted her onto safe, dry ground. "She's out!" Relief clear in every voice. The puppy rushed forward, staying close to her side. They covered her with blankets to help her stabilize. Exhaustion had finally taken over. As the doors closed, everyone knew the hardest part was over. Her fight to recover had begun. Recovery depends on strength slowly returning, but she is safe now. At the medical center, veterinarians were already prepared. The team moved quickly but calmly, transferring her onto a treatment table while medical staff checked her vital signs. Proper care was starting. Despite everything, there was hope. Her heartbeat remained steady, and with proper care, she had a real chance to recover. The puppy waited nearby, restless but quiet, refusing food or rest until it could see her again. The bond between them was impossible to ignore. Even the medical staff were touched by the loyalty shown. Days passed under careful supervision. Treatment and rest slowly brought improvement, and strength returned little by little. Then the moment arrived. The veterinarian announced with a smile, "She's healthy and ready to go home." The long fight was over, replaced now by a new beginning built on survival, care, and an unbreakable connection. What started as a simple act of curiosity had turned into a life-saving rescue. They were finally going home. The staff discussed long-term care. The animals needed stability and someone willing to provide consistent love. Without hesitation, the rescuers stepped forward. Visiting the medical center and witnessing their resilience had created something deeper than responsibility. It felt like family. "Now your name is Lucy," the veterinarian said warmly. The name marked a new beginning, a life defined by love, not struggle. As they stepped outside, sunlight replaced the sterile clinic brightness. For the first time, the environment felt peaceful rather than urgent. "Take good care of them," they said. "I will, I promise," the rescuer replied, carrying the weight of a lifelong commitment. The puppy Max ran in circles, full of energy. Safety had replaced fear, and stability had finally replaced uncertainty. The ride home was quiet and peaceful. Lucy rested calmly, sensing that the hardest chapter of her life was finally over. Arriving home, every new sound and smell represented possibility. Healing continues through care, and now they were finally home. Days turned into weeks, and routine began to shape their lives. Morning walks replaced medical visits. Playful moments replaced anxious waiting. Lucy regained strength steadily, her movements becoming confident and relaxed. Max remained inseparable from her, often resting nearby as if still guarding her safety. The connection between them remained the same, strong, loyal, and deeply rooted in shared survival. Neighbors soon noticed the pair and learned about their story. Many were surprised that such a dramatic rescue had begun with a small puppy refusing to leave the road. Conversations about compassion toward animals spread naturally, reminding people how easily suffering can go unnoticed, and how powerful one decision to help can be. Looking back, the rescuer often thought about that first moment on the roadside. It would have been easy to ignore the barking puppy, to continue walking without asking questions. Life often presents choices quietly, without warning, and their importance becomes clear only later. That single decision had saved 2 lives and created a bond that would last far beyond the rescue itself. One evening, as the sun began to set, the rescuer called gently, "Max, are you ready?" The puppy ran forward immediately, followed by Lucy, calm and content. The words carried a deeper meaning now, not a call for urgency or rescue, but an invitation into a safe and stable future. Now you are safe forever. The story ends not with dramatic celebration, but with something far more meaningful. Ordinary peace. A peaceful home, shared trust, and the quiet understanding that compassion can change outcomes when someone chooses to act. Lucy and Max's journey serves as a reminder that hope often arrives through persistence, loyalty, and kindness shown at exactly the right moment. Because sometimes, saving a life begins with simply stopping, listening, and following where compassion leads.